No, we went over this.
What?
Very much we went over this. Welcome back to OPLS Podcast. This is episode 6.
Hello.
Last time we left you guys on a cliffhanger. I can't speak.
A clicky hanger.
We left you guys with the cliffhanger of cops, squirrels, and murder.
And murder, yeah.
So, Carlos can take this one because he's rarely behind the wheel. So go ahead and explain our story on why the fuck all these things correlate together.
Oh shit. Well, one fateful summer day, me and your boy George.
The summer, right?
I'm pretty sure it was the summer.
Yeah,
it was warm out.
Yeah,
and that's all I remember. But point was that we're out vibing on my front lawn, and we're just talking about whatever random stuff. We're enjoying the day because it's a really nice day. And out of nowhere, I see a little squirrel. I'm like, oh, cool. Well, we see those all the time. I didn't think too much about it. So I'm like still talking to George about whatever we were talking about. And I noticed another squirrel come out of nowhere from a different tree. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there's two squirrels. That's nice. And I'm still not thinking too much about it. So it gets weird when I start seeing one squirrel like start rubbing his body on the asphalt of the street, like his back, and he was just squirming around, not doing anything but being like weird. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, I'm confused as shit on what this one's doing. And I still didn't think enough to like tell George, hey, this nigga's being weird. Like, I didn't say anything. I just kept looking at this squirrel laying around. And the other squirrel that I was talking about comes up and starts like getting all riled up with this squirrel that's on the floor. And that's when I'm telling George, I'm like, hey, some shit's going down, bro. I think they're fighting for territory or maybe a girl. And I still don't know what's going on. And out of nowhere, you see the squirrel that's on top start like gnawing at the other squirrel's throat. And I scream out of nowhere. I'm like, George, go help him. Go help. The nigga's dying, George.
I mean, the squirrel's fucking dead.
Dude, he got his throat bit out. And then after he got his throat bit out,
the squirrel started to just slam his head against
he started smashing his body.
Over again.
Dude.
And so I'm sitting with Carlos. We're just watching this all go down. And then the only thing I have in hand is like a 6-inch blade, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a knife. Really long knife.
And so I walk up to the sidewalk, close to the street, and I just throw it.
Yeah, because we're like, fuck that nigga, he killed him.
The squirrel runs away, so the squirrel that killed the other squirrel just completely got away with it. Not with it, but like just ran away. And the knife that I threw goes across the street. Now, as I throw the knife, there's a cop that pulls up about a block down and just sees like that I threw an object. Comes up to us and just basically starts fucking, oh my god. He basically just starts talking all the shit, this cop.
He was mouthing us off like crazy, talking about you can't throw stuff at other people's property because you might have broken their window out or something. And we weren't even like close to their houses because like I live on this like hillside and their yards are pretty large, but that wasn't even the point. I get what he meant. We're not really supposed to throw shit. I get it. But like that's when the cop had came up. That's when George had already retrieved the knife, not a little stick that the cop said. He's like, you're not supposed to throw stuff at little squirrels. He's over here talking about how
he didn't even know about the squirrels. No,
yeah,
he said just don't throw objects across, man. You could hit a house.
He was talking about the squirrel. I remember because he said why are you guys abusing animals, throwing shit at the animal? Because I do remember him seeing the squirrel run up the tree after you retrieved this shit.
As his cop car is like on top of the squirrel's
body. Of the dead squirrel, yeah. Dude, oh my god. It's like a fucking, what's it called? It was just like a cartoon, this whole situation, dude.
And like, okay, so I have the knife in hand.
That the cop didn't see.
Carlos knows how I am with cops.
Oh okay? My god.
He was annoying, so I fucking started talking all this shit to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, oh, what's the problem? Why are you being such a bitch,
Yeah, he was cursing him off as the cop was cursing us off. And I'm like, George, you have a knife.
Yeah, I had a knife behind my back the entire time. Like this, none of this is made up. This all went fucking down, and it's just I'm walking around the cop. I'm like start walking away from the cop car because I have a knife. I'm not trying to be around there. And he calls me over. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh,
why are you trying to walk away and shit?" Yeah.
And so I come turn around, make a 180 to the cop car, like, and I just put the knife behind my back. And I have no bad intentions. I'm literally just walking with the knife behind my back, and I just start talking shit to the cop. He's being a bitch.
Because he was talking shit to us. He said all of that other shit, and on top of that, he asked if we needed a hobby instead of like abusing animals, and asked if we should start cutting some people's grasses. Now that's obviously fucking racist as shit.
That triggered me.
That got me and George pissed off, but like not me enough to like start cursing back at the guy, because like. Last thing I need is a taser up my booty cheeks. And I was trying to like tap George in the shoulder, be like, all right, he's a cunt, leave him alone, let him pass. And he's I was shitting bricks, to say the least.
Yeah, fuck cops, man.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the first time that we got stopped, and it definitely wasn't the first time that we got told to cut some people's grasses.
That was a squirrel story though. That's where we left off last episode.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to start off this episode with. But yeah, that was a pretty stupid situation. I mean,
it was intense. Yeah,
like it was two squirrels fighting that had nothing to do with us, and then a cop comes for no apparent fucking reason.
Dude, he rolled from nowhere, and no usual cops like just ride around in my like this specific neighborhood that I live in. Like I don't really see many of them. Like obviously, yeah, they're gonna pass, but dude, it was just such a coincidence. It's such a coincidence. It was crazy, too.
Cops are a headache. They're a headache.
So are squirrels, man. That squirrel got away with it for murder. He got away with murder and got us in trouble. We were the framed ones.
Didn't you see another squirrel get murdered or something?
Oh yeah. I recently saw another squirrel get smooshed by a car, and it was sad, and it sounded bad. It was a very sad crunch, but
Crunch? You witnessed it?
Yeah, I witnessed it. He was trying to cross.
Disgusting.
It was a young one, and his like eyeballs was popping out of his head. This was at my uncle's house, and I take a picture of the squirrel, and I'm like, George, it happened again.
Another dead one. Fuck.
George is squirrels just be dying, man. It's a crazy world we live in.
What was that? That's the first. Well, that's not the first one. Was it the first cop?
Oh, the first cop stop? No.
What was the first cop?
The first cop stop. We were like,
was it the Kermesse?
Yeah, the Kermesse for school.
The school, this big event for school.
Joliet Central, yeah.
It's just like a Mexican themed event and stuff like
just
that.
A big party.
Yeah, and me and Carlos were on our way over to it on our boards.
It was me, George, and my little brother.
So we were riding to downtown because that's where our school is. Our school is downtown. And we come up to a parking lot, and there's just a sidewalk, and there's the entrances to the parking lot. There's a few of those, so we're going to them.
Yeah, we're posted up across the street from the Rialto.
If you know where that is, but the Rialto's a theater. If you're not from where we're from,
yeah.
But the Rialto's a theater, and so there's a theater in front of this big parking lot that's also next to a parking garage. So me and Carlos are just riding our boards on the sidewalk. So we're perfectly fine. We're riding to where we're supposed to be, and as we're about to cross from an entrance to the parking lot, a cop pulls up for no apparent reason. He just pulls in
right where we're standing.
We're standing about to enter into like the little space area where the cars pull in. So we're about to enter that, but then the cop pulls up and he just, why didn't you guys stop when I pulled up? Like we weren't even weren't even moving. We were just there.
Yeah, he asks, when a car comes up to enter some place, you're supposed to move out of the way, right? And we're like, what? Because we were standing exactly where his car is at this moment. We were standing right there before he pulled up, and when he pulled up, we're like, oh shit, well, let's get out of the way, because that's what you fucking do. But he wants to tell us to do that, but we're like, sir, what? We did do that, otherwise you would have been above all of us. Fuck. Like, you're thinking stupid right now. And that's when I was immediately knowing that this guy's just trying to give us a hard time. So I'm trying to ignore it. I'm trying to leave it be. But it pissed George off so much, and he's like mouthing the guy back off because what are you even talking about? Like, yeah, we moved out of the fucking way. So he wanted to like voice what the shit just happened, and this guy looks at George as if he did something wrong or he did something like illegal or offensive. He just looks at him with this dirty ass look, like, who the fuck do you think you are? And that's when I got kind of pissed off, and I'm talking to the guy as well, saying, like, yeah, we weren't even riding around. We did move out of the way. Like, what are you getting at? What's your angle, sir? And I was gonna ask for his name and shit, but at that time I didn't know, like, if you did ask for their name or what their car number was, then you could potentially get them off your ass because they don't want any trouble if they're trying to start shit from the get-go. But George was talking to this guy. Do you remember what you were saying?
I don't know. I was kind of fucking annoyed by him. I was just like, he did tell us that he was like, after all that, he kind of just finished all with like, all right, well, don't be trespassing. And I kind of just looked at him like, okay, where's the property that we shouldn't trespass? Hey, by the way, he didn't answer my fucking question. He kind of just looked at me.
Right.
He's just like, he didn't answer it, and he just looked at me, and then he just drove away.
Yeah, he said you're not allowed to ride on private property, he said. And I look back, and there's a sign saying public parking. I get it if we're not supposed to like ride around in the parking garage, the parking garage or the parking lot in general, because cars coming in.
We were completely on the
sidewalk.
Exactly,
we're on the sidewalks, and last time I checked, the sidewalk's not illegal for Mexicans to be on. So
at the time, the whole boulevard or whatever, the street that the Rialto, the theater, and the parking lot around the street that's there was closed.
Exactly.
So no cars were coming in that direction, other than they were trying to enter the parking lot.
Right.
But the street was closed, so we were able to ride on the street if we wanted to. But we were on the I keep saying parking lot. We were on the sidewalk the entire time.
Right.
So we weren't doing anything wrong for this cop to just come up to us and just start telling us what not to do.
Yeah, and in the end, I'm telling you, he asks us if we need a fucking hobby and to start cutting people's grasses. Dude, the nerve on these guys with their old, outdated cars. I think that's why they're mad.
Yeah, all these cars. Each cop was always in a Crown Vic, a Crown Victoria before.
The older versions,
they're
instead
always
of the
in
new
those.
ones.
Never in another car. Never in the newer cars. It's always the Crown Vic.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's just two cops, right? Or is it three?
Those are the only two that I remember.
Yeah, I remember it was just two cops, and they just pull us over for no fucking reason. But I mean, if you're actually doing something wrong, I wouldn't badmouth a cop. But like,
like George,
wait,
you had a knife.
Okay, that wasn't intention. Okay, that wasn't a bad intention. Right. I didn't like want to hurt the cop, But if you're like actually doing some illegal shit, then yeah. Also, I do remember there was a third cop, but he was just like a security guard.
Oh
at the party.
Yeah,
but he was a cop.
It was the party on the street.
It was just downtown, same thing.
Yeah,
close to the parking area.
It's the
same area as the cop that stops us by the theater. But Carlos had jumped the fence to go do something. He was already in the party. He had a bracelet on. He was already in the area where he needed to be.
And I just didn't want to go through this big ass line of people to get through this small ass
to go see our friend.
Yeah,
because our friend was coming in. He wanted to go see our friend.
Yeah.
So previously, before, a bunch of people had jumped the gate, and the cop was just standing there. But then Carlos jumps the gate, and then the cop tells him like, "Hey, don't be doing that." And
no, he comes up and he sized the shit out of me. Like, he sized me up, and like, all right, he gets all close to my face and asks, or not asks, but tells me, if you're jumping the gate again, I'm personally kicking you out of the whole party or this whole event, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, bruh, all right, whatever. I'm really not trying to deal with it, because I have no care in trying to waste my time explaining myself, because I know they don't give a shit. So I wasn't gonna say anything. But then George goes like, "Hey, there was other people that jumped over."
Yeah. I don't think Carlos heard this part, but I come up to the cop.
'Cause I walked away.
I come up to the cop and I'm like, "Hey, so you're telling my friend over here to not do all that?" I was like, "Why didn't you tell this group of kids that just did that?" He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna see them." And I'm like, "Well, do your fucking job."
Exactly.
I straight up, I told him like, "Do your fucking job, do it right." And I was like, "You fucking pay attention to one kid, you gotta pay attention to all of them." This is how fucking shootings happen, man. And I
was
just walk
bullshit.
away and I just fucking flip the finger, dude.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Me and Carlos go. Our friend comes in. You know, we can go. Fucking, we're not in the area anymore.
Right.
It's just cops are just. Some of them are just so annoying, and it's gets to me, man.
For no reason, it's like they got nothing else better to do. It's pathetic.
But I mean, that's pretty much all the cop things. Don't really want to deal with the laws, especially because we don't really do anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just that they're annoying. They want to be annoying.
Yeah.
Or they just look for trouble because they're bored.
I feel like that's what it is, man. Because every single time. I mean, at least
You
that
think?
last guy didn't say anything about some racial shit.
You would think cops are bored until they start beating a poor black man to death.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. But yeah, just, I guess, moral of the story is, if you're doing nothing wrong, you can talk shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And the freedom of speech only gets you so far, so be careful with the things that you want to say, like, let's say, like a racial slur. That's a hate crime. Be careful around that. Don't call them something.
All right, we're not getting into the whole hate crime thing.
Yeah, it's just watch over yourself. Don't get yourself into too much trouble over something that you think wouldn't get you anywhere. So, yeah, be careful.
Yeah, so let's move on from this subject into
Yeah.
our. This is an established segment, the games we're playing right now. But I just want to go into this just for a sec.
All right.
So in Modern Warfare, they added Tamagotchis. You ever had a Tamagotchi?
I have not.
You've
personally.
never. Okay, Tamagotchis are basically like little creatures that you have. It's like a keychain
In a digital little.
in a digital screen.
Yeah.
And it's you have to feed the pet. You have to evolve it. It hatches from an egg. You have to feed it. You have to keep it happy and all that. You have to keep it clean. So they basically added that to Modern Warfare. I've already killed 2 of my pets. Let's not go into that.
What? You didn't tell me this.
2 have already died. I'm on my 3rd one. Real Junior the 3rd.
He's like, we're not allowed to talk about the other 2 because they kind of died.
Alright, well, for those of you who know, my YouTube channel is Real, short for Real Densetsu, which is legend in Japanese. And my friend was talking to me, and he was like, "What are you gonna name your pet?" I'm like, "I don't know, Real Junior, I guess."
Real Junior.
So Real Junior died because he got hungry, and I kind of just he died. The second one, I'm pretty sure he died because I didn't pay attention to him.
There was nothing we could do.
And now I'm on the 3rd one. I barely hatched him this morning, so when I get home, I'm gonna be playing Modern Warfare, and we're gonna see how that goes.
Gotta keep that nibble alive.
So Real Junior the 3rd is not dead yet.
Mach 1 and 2 have failed. Have failed, my lord.
Pretty much. Yeah, but that's what I'm doing right now in Modern Warfare.
Yeah, there's different ways in the game that you could like feed it and clean it and keep it happy. Like, let's say if you want to feed the
If you feed it,
little
you have to
Tamagotchi
get kills.
Yeah,
To feed it, you get
in the
kills.
game.
To make sure it's clean, I'm pretty sure you gotta win a match.
Mm-hmm.
And to keep it happy, I'm pretty sure you gotta either like capture objectives or plant a bomb.
Yeah.
And then I forgot the other emotions.
The XP stuff.
XP stuff. There's just like I don't think there's XP for it. Is it if you
Like
win
to level it
matches
up?
to level it up to evolve it, I'm pretty sure you just gotta win matches.
Yeah, because there's like 3 different stages of
There's like the barely hatch. It's like a little slime ball.
There's
there's
the egg, and then
The
there's
egg
the
doesn't
slime
count.
ball. Oh,
It
really?
doesn't- yeah, it's
All
just
right,
the slime ball's the first stage,
Okay.
and then after that is the teenager stage, and then after that is the fully grown adult.
And they could be like just random animals, I think, or creatures in the game.
And
that
if you don't take
represent
care of
something.
it, it dies,
Yeah. So you gotta play the game.
and you gotta play right. If you suck ass at the game,
Yeah, if you die so many times and shit.
you're not gonna be able to maintain a pet.
Yeah.
My friend was talking to me. He was like, "Bro, now you can make the joke. Watch, I'm about to take this nigga's Tamagotchi. I'm about to kill him."
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on in Modern Warfare right now.
Just a quick update for the game. That's pretty cool.
You anything? How many times have you beat Sekiro? How many?
I've actually started playing with my 2 older brothers' accounts just to just to see how far I could get in their accounts. And me playing on their accounts is like a whole speed run. I know exactly what to do, where to go. And I've gotten enough practice in the game to like get perfect deflections and stuff. And if you don't know what it is, I strongly recommend you look it up and try to figure out what the hell goes on in the game because it's pretty cool. if you don't know the name and you're just coming into the show, it's called Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and that's.
I feel like we're advertising the games. I mean, this isn't. They're not gonna be the same games every time, but they're just games we're playing right now.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not gonna finish a multiplayer, like an online shooter, in a week. Like I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna keep playing it. But if I get my hands on another game, then I'll definitely be sure to talk about it.
Yeah.
Same for Carlos, even though he all he does is play From Software games, which is the hardest games.
Yeah. If you don't know, From Software, they made the Dark Souls series along with the Demon Souls and Bloodborne. And if you know those games, you know that they're hard as shit because they made them that way. And
if you don't play games, you're a put. I mean,
it's just. They're really good games. They're difficult as shit, and I enjoy them that way because how else am I gonna pass the time and not get bored within
I
a few
play
minutes?
GTA too.
Yeah.
And then I'm still gonna be Alien Isolation.
Yeah, on the Switch.
On the Switch, yeah. So I mean, I'm playing different games, but Modern Warfare is mainly the one.
Yeah, and for me, it's Sekiro again. It's an awesome game, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain it because then you get into so many different things about it. And I'm sure it's the same with, like, every game, but look it up. It's cool, I think.
You think? You sound like a kid presenting something.
I'm just trying to get them interested, man.
I'm pretty sure most of them don't care.
Yeah.
Most of them did not ask.
Yeah. They're like, I'm just here for you to tell jokes.
But, yeah, that's what's going on right now with that. Not really much to talk about besides that. I mean, mine's so empty right now. There's just a lot of schoolwork and stuff. I am getting my driver's learner's permit right now. I'm taking a test tomorrow, which would be Thursday, March 5th.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the same thing tomorrow after school.
Yeah, currently saving up for a car. It's probably gonna be a project car, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure that it runs, but it's probably going to be a project car because I want to modify something up the ass, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Stick like 5 turbos in there.
No más 5 turbos.
Just 5. That's not too much.
Yeah. Do you know what specific car you would like if it was a project car? Any, like, models or types in, like, as ideas?
Definitely a 240SX.
Ooh.
Those cars are really nice. If you don't know what those are, they're God, I believe it's Nissan. I'm gonna have to look this up later. I'll probably pin a comment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a 240SX. It's a really nice chassis on it, and all that. Really nice body. It's just an overall nice car. But once you start modifying and you get like a wide body kit for it, and you just make body work and that's all you focus on, it looks so clean. That car is so clean once you get it cleaned up.
And I can only imagine because I just work on cars. I don't really know stuff about them.
But yeah, I mean, if I do get a car, it'll probably be a 240SX.
Bet.
And my dream car, if we're getting into this topic, my dream car would be a 240Z. 240Z Fairlady. It's an old. It was back when Nissan was called Datsun. So it's a pretty old car, but those cars are so nice when you modify them.
We're spitting the facts, stuff you didn't know. I guess my dream car would have to be an RX-7. I know. It's
so cliche.
I know. But yeah, I like the car. It's a good build. I really
nice
like
car,
the way it looks. How the engine roars.
Are you gonna put a wing on it, or are you just gonna put a little? Like,
if anything, you gotta go big or go home. So I feel like a GT wing.
GT wing, yeah.
GT wing would really make the difference.
Yeah, put a wide body on it.
What
color?
For sure. I would like a dark purple if you know me.
Oh yeah.
I love the fucking purple.
Dude, I'm gonna tint my windows and make it all black. You know I gotta black it out.
Ooh, yes. I'm gonna tape little X's on the headlights.
Oh my god, dude, so lame.
Yeah, I know.
What do you? Well, you skipped your project car. Skipped over a project car. What would you get for a project car? Something affordable.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked up into that type of stuff yet, which I probably should have before I looked at my dream cars. But
there's just a lot of things that you gotta worry about when you're doing a project car.
Definitely, yeah.
Like the price is definitely the most important part.
Mm-hmm. you gotta be very like budgety with your stuff so you can mod it out as best as you can. It's just all about saving money, I guess. But again, I'm not sure what I would want, so I'll have to research that and
Just keep it a blank topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, cars they're a whole different beast on their own, man. There's just so much that goes into them. It's just you're driving a machine that you created and made your own. I think that's what makes them so special. It's just project cars and cars in general. You're owning a car, you're driving something that's yours and yours only. Mm-hmm. No one else has like yours unless you follow the tutorial on YouTube. You little pussy.
You lame.
Well, yeah, it's just cars are just so unique. They're unique to your own area of creativity. They're unique to what you think is a nice car. I think that's what makes cars so special for everybody.
Definitely.
Other than that, yeah, there's 240SX for a project car, 240Z for a dream car, which, by the way, is gonna be really tough because it's like I think I watched the video and it's like they spent like $38K on it because you can't get 240Z like just flat out just stock. Mm-hmm. You have to find the chassis, which is like $700, $700 to $1,000. All the different parts. You gotta put in a new engine, and then you gotta worry about getting a wide body kit. Getting all the, if you don't have any windows, you gotta worry about getting the windows, all that. It's just,
if it's broken, changing the belt.
There's just so much to go into that stuff that you just gotta know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. It's just I'm like looking at videos. I'm just the more I see people take apart engines and put them back together, the more I start to see like what's going on, how everything works. And so that's what I'm really focused on right now.
It's great getting an understanding on those things. Because honestly, pretty soon here, I want to start up started working at this specific job called, I think it's on Jefferson down the street from me. It's called Discount Tire, because not only do they pay nicely, but I'd like to get a feel for cars, because if I'm going to have my own car, I'd like to understand it and figure out how I could fix it myself without, just selling the whole damn thing when it's brand new, when I hear a little sound from the rear end or whatever. Like, yeah, I just want to understand my stuff so I could get it fixed or just do my stuff on my own without having to rely on anybody or just having to pay more for some shit that I could have learned.
Definitely. And then when you start to work on other people's cars in your neighborhood, everybody's gonna see that, hey, he knows how to fix your car. Hey, can you fix mine? You gotta start charging for that. There you go, profit right there.
Yeah, perfect start.
Just like that.
Just like that, we start
making money in your own neighborhood.
Hey, we know we could make for our little shop. If we make a shop,
it'd
be CJ's shop. So for Carlos and then Jay for George.
I wanted to name it Los Santos.
We have to now. That's the name.
Name it Los Santos Customs.
Yes, Los Santos Customs. Welcome.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious, dude. You ever wonder if you work at a tire shop, they'll tell you to trick people and shit.
Yeah.
You think they would do? Do you think they actually do that? Just tell you all the things that people believe and stuff.
Yeah, I do believe that they try to trick you because I know for a fact that.
Well, yeah, I know that they trick you, but I'm telling as being employed there, would they tell you to do that stuff, or do they slowly just put it in your brain gotta trick these people, get their money?
I mean, maybe, because then again, selling tires, everything's a business, so you gotta make profit somehow. So I wouldn't really blame them for instantly telling you, hey, rip these niggas off. But
not moral, it's not morally right.
Yeah, I know, but the world doesn't work on morals, sadly.
The world works on money runs everything.
That's probably one of the most depressing facts ever, but here we are. We live in a society.
We live in a society.
Yeah.
That's about wrapping it up right there. God, it's already been 30 minutes. Holy shit.
30 minutes.
Fucking hell. I think we might, sooner or later, we'll go to an hour. Don't know yet.
Maybe, because we just didn't think that it was going to be a good idea since, not everybody's going to have the time for a full hour listening to two beans just talk.
Honestly, I know people don't have time for this shit, but yeah,
just know that it means the world when you do listen to us. Okay, it helps with my mental state.
If you did listen this far, go down in the comment and just type down penis in all caps.
Yes.
If you did listen all the way. If you don't do that, then I guess
I guess you didn't
okay. Do I care? No. But yeah, it's been Carlos, Jorge, signing off. This has been OPLS episode 6, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.
Peace out.